I don't think I've ever been this excited to do a review. I am going to be testing what is the most expensive forgiving iron I have ever tested. The Miura PI-401. Now, when you think of Miura, you think of Tiger Woods back in the day. Everyone used to say the Nike blades that he used were made by Miura. I also think Adam Scott also uses Miura. And also, if you think of Miura, you're thinking like blades, no forgiveness, elite player, really expensive. Well, apart from the expensive thing, until now, we've got a game improvement iron. I've never seen a game improvement iron look that good. Now, I have come up with a brilliant test here. We're going to test it from the fairway, the semi-rough, the rough, because that's where we're going to use our irons, and on a par 3 tee. Because if it's a forgiving iron, it should go further, it should be consistent, and it should be something that all golfers can use. So let's start from the fairway. And I'm going to be honest, my first impressions, like I say, it looks like a beaut. You place it down and the top line of this golf club looks very, very, well, forgiving. It's like almost like an oversized look to the head with a thick-ish, I'm not going to say overly thick, but a thick-ish top line to the golf club, which if you're looking for game improvement, you're looking for forgiveness, you're looking for something that's going to help you out, well, that's everything you want to hear, right? First two from the fairway, then we'll move into the semi-rough. That thing felt pure. I didn't get that one. Be interesting to see if it went the distance. Oh yeah, it's straight back at that flag. Whew, that is close. 171 that just flew. I'm going to say I felt like I struck that. Yeah, I can show you exactly where I hit that because this has never been hit before. It was a little bit thin, a little bit low in the face. And I'll be honest, that went pretty much what I would expect a 7-iron to go. Okay, next one coming up here. Again, 7-iron from the fairway. That was, well, that finished so close. That was a much better hit. Higher flight. I expect this one could even gone longer. Ah, that was pure. 177. Right out the meat of that club. I'll be honest, you put that down, I'm thinking confident over that shot. So you can see where the two of them ended up. That's the one I didn't get quite as good. It pitched just short of the flag. And then the one I hit really nice, pitched right at the back of the green. I guess from a consistent point of view, forgiveness point of view, that one that I didn't quite get only went 10 yards shorter, which has got to be a good thing. Let's talk specs, because everything you want from a game improvement iron usually is full of technology. Now, the first thing that I would say, on the Miura website and at Scottsdale, you're able to spec these irons ridiculously. From choosing your lofts to standard, your lie to where you want it to be upright, flatter, more down, standard. You can choose and select your shaft brand, your shaft model, your puring service, your length, your grip style, your grip brand, how many wraps you want, and select your ferrule. So you can customize this club on the website to exactly how you want it to be. Now, with other manufacturers, that doesn't tend to be the option. If you're buying a game improvement iron, you're pretty much just going to be giving them off the shelf in a roundabout way, shape or form. You don't get the, I guess, the flexibility in absolutely everything directly from the brand. Now, when we think Miura, we think exceptional build quality and unbelievably high standard of materials. Well, the PI-401 is no exception to this. The club face is forged out of premium S35 soft carbon steel. The face of the PI-401 is at 3.6 millimeters, which helps deliver increased ball speed with a higher trajectory, with an optimal face thickness and larger sweet spot. It also sounds and looks so good. For me, that sound on that fairway shot was very, very nice. Sometimes forgiving irons, game improvement irons, sound a little bit clunky. Well, it certainly doesn't look like that. Okay, we're going thick rough now. We'll go semi-rough afterwards. And then we'll get into what this sole design and this cavity is all about and how it's going to help you. Now this is going to be interesting. We're around about the same yardage out, about 180 yards to the middle of that green. Let's see how far it flies. Let's see what it flies like. Let's see how it performs in real world scenarios. We're not indoors here. We're out in the real world, where if you bought a set of these irons, you would be wanting to know how they perform. Now, one thing I'd ask you a question here is, what irons are you using right now and what do you deem as expensive? I think golf prices are going crazy right now. So what do you deem as expensive before I tell you what a set of these is going to set you back? Came out a little flyery, but dead straight on the green, middle of the green in fact. I'm going to say that was a little heely again. It wasn't my best, but it still performed. 187 yards that just went. 187 yards. That's a 7-iron. That is a 7-iron. I'm going to say that was a bit of the lie, that, a bit of jumpy. Okay, another one, thick rough here. Again, that was just as good, maybe not as long, but a really nice shot. Again, that's 4 very, very good shots. 180 yards. Yeah, definitely a bit of a flyer, but it looks inviting. These are things you want. Now, I'm going to say they weren't the 2 best swings. The other 2 were a bit better, I'd say, but they've gone the distance, haven't they? We moved on to the semi-rough, but let's talk a little bit more tech. So Miura's whole idea with this iron is essentially to have all the products, all the looks, all the fanciness of the rest of their brand, but with extra forgiveness, basically helping golfers play better golf. Now, they've got some sole design which has impacted on this. It's obviously their first cavity iron that we have seen, and new technology that has never been in a Miura iron before. I'm going to say right now, I mentioned this right at the start, the head has a nice big look to it, and it has a progressive design as you go through the set, to where it has just the right amount of progression and head shape appealing to both beginners and advanced players throughout. So it slightly changes as you go from the shorter irons through to the long. Now let's talk this sole. The sole is all about optimizing your turf interaction with development of the revolutionary sole design. The wider sole features 4 separate angles highlighted by the leading edge grind. The Pacific grind ensures less resistance through the turf, the best ball and face contact, which in turn delivers the desired trajectory. The unique design and performance of shot making from a variety of lies and conditions. I'll be honest right now, I feel like what product they've made here is exactly what they were describing. And should we think nothing less really than that? Okay, semi-rough now, then we've got the tee box shots. That's gone high. That's gone seriously high. That was hit nice. 188 yards. I'm going to put this down. It just looks like you're going to hit a good shot. It really, really does. It's that top edge, that almost, I don't want to say oversized head design, but definitely bigger than what Miura have done in the past, and something that definitely bigger than what I'm using right now. Interesting, this one. That was a little heely again. It's on the green just like the others. How far has that one gone? A little bit shorter, 161. We've caught the front edge. I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. Okay, a few more bits of tech. Let's go into my overall opinion. We've got our final shot, and this is absolutely fraught with danger. A par 3, look at all this. We've got bunker, we've got water, we've got bunker long, bunker left. This is going to be an interesting shot. Now, if you are enjoying this review up to now, don't forget to subscribe, turn the bell. That way you always get notified. And you're going to want to get notified because we get access to all the latest and best equipment before absolutely everybody else here on How Good Golf. And we get the chance to give you honest reviews that are totally unbiased. And I can't wait to get my hands on all the brand new equipment in 2024. So that increase in distance is partly down to the loft. This 7-iron boasts a loft of 30 degrees. Now, just to give you a perspective on that, earlier in the 90s, a 7-iron typically had a loft around 35 degrees. But in recent years, TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway have even had 7-irons as strong as 27. Just to, I guess, put that into perspective, 5 irons in the 90s were around 27 degrees. So looking at the full loft specs here, starting at 4 iron, this will come in at around 21 degrees, 5 iron 24, 6 iron 27, 7 iron 30, 8 iron 34, 9 iron 39, pitching wedge 44 and gap wedge 48. Now that should be nothing new if we want a set of forgiving irons. These are designed to help you hit it further, help you get it in the air. And it does just that without the clunkiness, the bad looks. I mean, it looks pure. Let's see how it goes and then what is this going to cost you? What is this going to cost you? So we are around 180 yards out. This is fraught with danger. As I said, can I hit the green and make it a full house for this Miura iron? That was pured. Is it going to be enough? It's gone high, that. That went 155. That went really high on me. Didn't expect it to do that. It's almost a little spinny on me, that one was. That was absolutely, I can't hit a 7-iron better than that in my opinion. Again, a little bit high back into that wind and come up short. 161, that one. A lot spinnier than what I found on all the other shots. So overall, what do I think of this Miura PI-401 iron? Well, there's one word for it: elegance. So let's pick out a few of my favourite bits about this iron. The look. I love the detailing around the cavity. The logo. This steel element to the middle against the black. It looks super, super premium. Now, as you place this club down, there's a few features that I like. The head design. It looks big, but not overly big. Big enough to be forgiving, comforting, giving you confidence as you place it down. Now the top line is sort of this, I guess, more brushed out steel look. It's not shiny and it disguises the cavity that sits underneath. Other elements that I really love, and these are nice subtle touches, how the toe is a little bit of a brushed steel into the shiny on the heel side. Now overall, this is a super premium iron. And one thing that I would say is, as you look at it, you don't look at it sometimes, you look at other brands and potentially go, yeah, I know it's expensive, but it doesn't look it. This really does. Now, this iron alone will set you back £335. For a set of irons, it's going to be, for a 4 to gap wedge, £2,680. Now, I know that is a lot more expensive than some of its competitors, but it's like I said about the Odyssey AI putter and the difference between the AI1 and the AI1 milled. Sometimes, right, people want to get the most expensive because they feel the best when they put it down, and you're certainly going to get that. The price is elevated, but everything about this club is premium. The look, the feel, the performance. So, is it justified? I guess you can say, yeah, it is. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn the bell to keep up to date with the latest and greatest club reviews.